Hi, this is Chris, and today I'm going to talk to you about sharing settings in your Google Drive. You may have noticed recently that the sharing settings, the look of it has changed a little bit, and I just wanted to walk through this together. So the first thing you can see, I'm in my Google Drive and I'm looking at a video I made. So one of the things you may want to do when you create videos is set them so that anyone with a link can view them, so that people don't have to have a North Reading Google account to be able to access things. This is especially helpful when we're working with elementary students who might not always be logged into their account, or you might be sending something to families' email instead of sharing them with students. So the first thing that you're going to do to look at sharing settings, remember there are a couple different ways to get to the sharing settings. One is to right click, or if you're on a Mac, to control click right on the thumbnail of the file. So I'm going to right click on this, and then you'll see it'll pop up and ask me. I'm going to click on share from here. So that's one way to get there. So like I mentioned, it does look a little bit different here. I think they tried to make it so that you didn't have to click on the advanced screen and go into a whole new screen. So it's all on this one screen here. So the top you can see is if you want to share your file with people that have a Google account, either within our domain, within our district, or outside. But you can only put people here who have a Google account. So this would be specific people, so groups, individuals, teachers that you want to share things with. You would just type in their name here like we're used to doing. And then decide if you want to make them, give them edit access or view access. So in the past, you had to click on advanced to get to the area with the link and where you could change the settings to anyone with a link can view, but now it's right here. So if you do want to change your video to anyone with a link can view, what you'll do right here is you don't want to just have it accessible by North Reading Public Schools. You want anyone at all with a link, like I said, families, to be able to access it. So what you'll do is click where it says change link to North Reading Public Schools, and then it'll default to the North Reading Public Schools. And what you'll do then is you're going to click on this little drop down and you're going to change it to anyone with the link. And it will update, and remember, you only want them to be able to view. You don't want them to be able to do anything else. And so now you're all set, and you're going to be able to copy this link. So I'm going to click here and copy. Okay, hit done. And now you'll be able to put that into an email to families or wherever you want to share it, and they'll be able to access this video. So a little bit different, but it does make it so that you're not having as many clicks, which is nice. The other way to get to the sharing settings is you can actually open up a file. So I'm going to open up this video. And then you can just go over to the three dots here, and there's a share option right from there. And it's the exact same thing. So you can see that at this point now this file is set up to anyone on the internet can view, and I can go ahead and from here, if I wanted to, I can copy that link. So two ways to go about getting to your sharing settings. The other thing that's good to know is you might notice this little gear here, and if you click on that gear, there are other options. So I have had teachers ask, is there a way that I can set up my file so that people can't copy it or share it with other people, download it, or print it, things like that. So this is where you can do that. So this one, the top one, editors can change permissions and share. So if you decide if you want your editors to be able to add people to it or change permissions to who has access to it. And then this one is might be important to you. So if you're sharing it as anyone with a link can view, this says that they can, if it's checked, can see the options to download, print, and copy. So if you don't want people to be able to make a copy of your video or download it, you're going to uncheck that. I think if you are sharing a video of student work or something like that with families, you probably would want them to be able to download it in case they want to keep it. So that's it for these sharing settings. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is if you are creating a bunch of videos, or maybe you have a lot of audio files that you're using and you're going to put them into a Google Slides project, as we've been talking about, the thing you might want to do is actually make a new folder. So let's say that I'm going to do all my audio recordings. So I'm going to say new folder. And then I'm going to call this audio recording. So like I mentioned, let's say you're using an online tool to make audio files so that you can put them in your Google Slides and have it read to your students. What you can do once you make this folder, you can upload all of your audio files into this folder. So you would just go into the folder, and then once you have them on your computer, you would go to New, File, Upload, and then you would just pull them from your computer, so wherever you've saved them. Once they're in here, the thing that's nice is you might think, okay, now I need to change every single file to anyone with a link can view so that students can access those recordings. But what you can do instead is you can go to this folder right here, and you can actually right click like we talked about to go to the share. And you can set up the entire folder so that it's set to anyone with a link can view, and then you don't have to do individual files. So everything that goes, if I go and change this, again, change the link from North Reading to anyone with a link can view, and then I hit, it's already set with the right sharing settings. So this is a really nice way. Same thing if you're making a bunch of videos, if you put them all into a folder and make that folder anyone with a link can view, anything inside that will also have that same setting, and you won't have to do them individually. So hope this helps.